Padmasambhava is embodiment of all Buddhas. Just general, all Buddhas is the same. When you enlightened, there is one is better, others worse. We don't have that. All Buddhas is the same level of realizations. But particular, sometimes, in particular, the people, the audience, students, is more beneficial. Some Buddhas are more beneficial than others. Padmasambhava came this world to teach Vajrayana and also to help their very difficult times. So we believe that this time, if we supplicate it, practice Padmasambhava, then what we wish or achieve, or what we want, will be achieved, and remove a lot of obstacles. Then how it works? And Padmasambhava himself, enlightenment, made a lot of great aspirations to benefit of whole sentient beings. Of course, Padmasambhava himself, we know that all Buddhas, I want to help this because they are supplicating me, or this person doesn't, I don't want to help because they're they don't supplicate it to me, or they don't like me, something. All Buddha doesn't have this kind of attitude. If you supplicate it or don't supplicate it, from Buddha's point of view, it's same. All sentient beings, there is no difference. But then how the Dharma works, if you don't supplicate it, the blessings, even Buddha wants to help, he can't. Because you don't have cost of into the wisdom, the blessings. That when we supplicate it to the Buddhas, like Padmasambhava, then we are planting seed of received blessings. And that's it. It's a difference if we supplicate it or don't supplicate it. But when we supplicate it to Padmasambhava, the Padmasambhava already has commitment to help sentient beings. What kind of, we wish will be accomplished. That means the removing bad obstacles, disturbing emotions dissolved, achieve and a kind of happy life, something. Not millionaires or billionaires. So, then, a well-known supplication, we call it Seven Line Supplication. They have 7 lines. It's common. A lot of practitioners practice this 7 Line Supplication. They have achieved some certain level of realizations. Because I'm saying it's a kind of agreement or contract to Padmasambhava. And he's saying, he made a promise. If you supplicate it through this 7 Line Supplication, I will be there. I will be, granting blessings to you and receiving some sort of certain level of realizations and removing obstacles. And when some Dharma practice, I think it needed trust and faith. I think you heard a lot of faith, right? sometimes we have to have faith. The faith is based on reasonings, not blame, just faith. The faith is based on the reasonings. Like we described, faith is like certainty. We know exactly the fire is hot. Someone says, oh, this fire cannot burn. Could you touch this fire? No, we know that. I think it's something like that. Trust faith. And then proper way of supplicating, right? Seven Line Supplication. The proper way of supplication, the practice is that first we have to have refuge in bodhicitta. Why we are doing this? Just focusing on the self, or I want to achieve happiness, and I want to the successful life, I doesn't want suffering, I want to remove suffering, something. Focusing on the self, if you do it, it's fine. It's not bad. But this kind of attitude we already have all the time. Self-centered motivation, focusing on self, almost all our actions, speech, and thoughts related to this kind of attitude. And from Dharma point of view, particular Vajrayana or Mahayana Buddhist point of view, we have to have a wide view, which is, I'm practicing Seven Line Supplication for all the sentient beings. I want to achieve enlightenment. I want their successful life. I want their happy life. And I don't want their suffering. Something, this kind of attitude bring in the mind. That's we call the bodhicitta, enlightened mind. I want all sentient beings achieve enlightenment. That's why I'm practicing the Seven Line Supplication to Padmasambhava. If we cultivate this kind of attitude, then what we do is more beneficial. The same functioning is more effect. If just focusing self and supplicated, or focusing all sentient beings, the reciting Seven Line Supplication, as more beneficial. We kind of have to have this kind of motivation arising in our mind, then supplicate it. When we recite the supplication, not too fast, not too slow, because we are accumulating its numbers. This similar the Vajrayana, some text, they're saying that when we recite mantras and they're not too speed, not too slow, just measure way of clear and the focus, the mind is present, then recite. The same Seven Line Supplication. At the same time, so it's not necessarily allowed. You can recite silently, mentally you can recite. This Seven Line Supplication and other mantras same. Sometimes you can kind of mumbly, I have to say clear, but not aloud, and not through the speaker. Just you can hear it yourself clearly. Or you can recite aloud. Sometimes if you want singing, that's also fine. There are many ways we can recite Seven Line Supplication. And because why I'm telling today this, some our Sangha is reciting Seven Line Supplication, and because by Chabji Dodu Rinpoche, I think it's important, and I really appreciate this, as we have great opportunity, and you doing it and taking, opportunity as part of these accumulations. It's a good accumulation, or good making good something, or making bad something. That's pretty much the same if you look at a law of karma. Then it's saying that if someone doing something good, right? We are reciting 300,000 recitations. If you take the part of this project, recite Seven Line Supplication from the good heart and proper way of reciting. It doesn't matter, big number or small number. If you take this part, try your best, then end of the accumulation, we can dedicate it together, or some when we achieve at that time, rejoice the great achievement. Then we get same merit. Each person get 300,000 recitation, Seven Line Supplication. And so, and that's why I think I wish, I want all my students and friends as taking part of this, project. If you have time, it's more, then recite more. If you don't have a lot of time, and then even few, like 10 or 20 or 30 or thousands. Not more than 300,000. And I think that's any questions? You're welcome.
Would you talk a little bit more about blessings? What that means when
okay.
receive your blessings?
Blessings, interesting. Blessing, I think there are, of course, we could see this. A blessing, the great blessing is enlightenment, right? But and here, like, we can get temporary blessings. A blessing in the mind, which is arising compassion, soft our mind grounded, and enjoy your reciting and reciting Seven Line Supplication, the complete full practicing, and completely present, and enjoy what are you doing. as mind naturally enjoy and want to recite in supplication again and again. Just in this context, blessing in the mind. Of course, blessing is related to realization, arising bodhicitta, arising compassion, and those is a blessing. And less disturbing emotions, more wisdom arising, and less stress, as more, relaxing in the mind. And the speech, blessing of speech, your speech become clear and easy to recite, Seven Line Supplication, and when you saying something, it's more helpful, and when you read, many pages very quickly. So this kind of, we said, blessing of the speech, then blessing to the body, less illness. I think it just contact immediately your feel is relaxed, safe and relaxed, and the feel is good. And then blessing into the body, into the speech, into the body with mind, which means not much obstacle arising in the mind, in the speech, and the body. So I think that's some sort of the blessings we are talking about. And Dharma into the mind. Just blessing is another way of describing Dharma, realization. And sometimes you have clear understanding, natural reality. Through this supplication, we are creating right the causes and conditions. Then through these blessings, supplications, understanding one's own nature, arising compassion more and more. I think those is blessings. Someone sent a text message. And that's how I'm talking about the blessings. And some teachers seeing Padmasambhava as possible, as they're enlightened beings, want to help sentient beings. Usually when our mind, disturbed mind, purified through this practice, and when our mind, there are less disturbing emotions, more wisdoms, then we can see the pure world and pure being like Padmasambhava, Khenpo body, and receiving directly some teachings and receiving blessings and so forth. I think that's, I'm talking about the blessings. At this very moment, for the people and nations of this earth, may not even the names of disease, famine, war, and suffering be heard, but rather may pure conduct, merit, wealth, and prosperity increase, and may supreme good fortune and well-being always arise. By this merit may all attain omniscience, may it defeat the enemy wrongdoing, from the stormy waves of birth, old age, sickness and death, from the ocean of samsara,